All right, looks like we're live. Just make sure this is going out okay. My internet's been a little rough today. Come on. Come on. All right, sounds all right. Okay, so how y'all doing, folks? I'm a little bored tonight. I'm not at the day job. Kind of snowed in the frozen snowy hellscape that is most of North America. I don't know if it's as bad as the people out in the middle of the country, where it's about as it's fucking cold as Pluto. It's actually considerably colder in the Midwest right now than it is in Antarctica. Now, partially that's because it's kind of summer in Antarctica, although summer just means the sun is shining and it's in the teens. But yeah, it's a ugly day. So I'm not doing anything special right now for this stream. This is just, I'm kind of bored. After this, I'm probably going to watch Orville, and then I'm going to finally watch Venom. I picked up Venom at like Target, 2 weeks ago, and I haven't had a chance to watch it. Matt Forney says, "You bitches are streaming without me. Fuck you. I'm off to join a cult." Well, you're free to hop in, Forney. I don't mind. I don't really have anything planned. I do have a few things planned this weekend, which I should let you all know. Saturday, there will not be a regularly scheduled Beckloff live stream. It's not going to happen. I'm hoping, though, Sunday I can make it up to you with a very special, because it is, after all, February. And you know what February is. That's right, you wicked fucking snow apes. February is Black History Month. So we're going to celebrate that this weekend. Luke and I are going to have a special Beckloff Kang stream. I'm hoping on Sunday. We're gonna educate you white devils. Should be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I was thinking maybe we could do that tonight. Unfortunately, I can't fucking get a hold of Luke. He's had internet problems. He should be taking care of that this week. I can't get a hold of the guy. So, but hopefully Sunday we'll be doing a special Kang stream to make up for the fact that I will not be streaming Saturday. However, even though I will not be streaming Saturday, I hear a rumor that Luke might be hijacking the channel in my absence. So who knows? Who knows what's going to be going on Saturday? I don't know. I'll be out. I got some plans with a lady friend. So I won't even probably be checking the internet that much, let alone streaming. I'm gonna bring the old Nintendo Switch over, and her and I are gonna bing woohoo some. And then we're probably going to play some Nintendo Switch. So it's going to be a fantastic evening. And yeah, that's what I got planned this weekend. We'll see if I can even get a hold of Luke. I don't fucking know. But I got some very special Black History Month content for you. I don't want to ruin it. But it's special. It's a little bit of an intersection between Black History Month and retard sex too. It's a little bit of crossover, little Avengers Infinity War, very ambitious crossover going on here. Matt Forney says, I also heard a rumor that Matt Forney dickhead is streaming on YouTube for the first time in 3 months. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. Yeah. In fact, I might hop into that a little bit before I'm off to have my Saturday adventures. I might hop into Forney's stream a little bit when he first starts. Let's see. Somebody says, where I'm at in Texas is about 60 degrees right now. I'm going to have to go grab my windbreaker if this keeps up. Go fuck yourself. I'm freezing. I'm sitting here in a fucking Snuggie. Pride and dignity be damned. I am in a Snuggie right now. I need to get me a Bulbasaur Snuggie. That's what I need. You're going the opposite, Andy Worski. I'm going to have to listen to your live stream later. Well, I'm hurt. You're going to go listen to some cokehead? Some coke. You're gonna go listen to some cokehead beat up a cripple. Is that what you're gonna do, Syndicate Chief? Are you proud of yourself? You proud of yourself right now? I mean, honestly, I'm always gonna be going opposite somebody. All right. The only way I'm not gonna be going opposite somebody big at this point is if I'd have to. I mean, I couldn't do it with my schedule now, but I'd have to basically be doing a morning show. Beckloff in the morning, 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern. That'd be the only way. I wouldn't be going opposite a bunch of other people. Matt Forney says it's a balmy 43 degrees right now with no snow in whatever European hellscape Matt Forney's hiding out in currently. Syndicate Chief says he's destroying Ian Miles Chong right now and exposing his dirty laundry on there. How do you destroy Ian Miles Chong? I mean, isn't that like just, hitting a pile of dog shit with an axe? I mean, it was already pretty much ruined before you got there. Medicare sometimes streams early in the morning while drinking. That's true. Well, Medicare streams when the fuck ever. I mean, Syndicate Chief says the snake is the epitome of beta. Yes, I said epitome. I mispronounced it on purpose, just because I'm sure Irini's listening, and I wanted to see if I could pop a vein in his forehead. Fucking grammar Nazi. But yes, the epitome of beta. NC Clark says, yo. Well, yo, right back to you, NC Clark. Doesn't NC Clark live in fucking Chicago? What are you doing? How the fuck are you staying warm out there? I guess I'll send Forney an invite if he wants to hop in. NC, if you want to hop in, feel free to. I'll shoot you an invite. If you want to, that's fine. If not, that's fine. Be that way then. It's just going to hurt my feelings, and I'm going to go join a pagan cult. I did watch, I guess Medicare did it in the morning, but I caught it on YouTube. But he did a stream where he was talking about speedrunners. That was pretty good. Because I've never liked speedrunners either. They're all fucking kind of batshit insane. And I don't know. I don't really get it. I don't really get the appeal of it. Zach the Bong Ripper says Irini comes from Dagobah. Let's see. Forney's able to screen share. Maybe I can give you a preview of some of the Black History Month stuff we're going to be. NC Clark says, can't hop in. I'm being a weeb and watching One Punch Man OVAs. I don't know what OVA is, but I am somewhat familiar with One Punch Man. It's all right. As far as weeb shit goes, I somewhat approve of One Punch Man. At least you're not watching gay shit like Naruto or Dragon Ball. Speaking of which, and I've made this observation before, but I'll make it again because I just can't figure out why this is. If you have like a white nerd, if you come across a white guy and he's into like geeky shit, there's a 50-50 chance he loves him some Dragon Ball. But maybe he's into other stuff. Maybe he likes comic books. Maybe he likes other anime. Maybe he likes horror or Star Trek or Star Wars or tabletop gaming or what the fuck else ever. But if you find yourself a black or a brown nerd, there is like a 98% chance he's all about Dragon Ball Z. And I don't pretend to know why that is. No idea why that is. But black and brown nerds fucking love Dragon Ball Z. I mean, obviously the black nerds, but like, you get like a Hispanic nerd or a Filipino nerd, just fucking all about Dragon Ball Z. Apparently OVA is original video animation. So we all learned something today. That plus fighting games. Yeah. DBZ is more popular than Mary in Latin America. I believe it. Somebody says I'm black and I can't stand Dragon Ball Z. Well, you are a unicorn, my good sir. You're definitely the exception there. Let's see. They shoved Dragon Ball Z down our throats. Dragon Ball Z gives black and brown nerds the false fantasy of if they become super powerful, they can become blonde-haired, blue-eyed gods. In case of the Hispanic need, it's because DBZ was one of the few animes that aired in public TV. Okay. Hey, Forney, how's it going?
I'm feeling great. You know, I'm sitting right by my heater in balmy 43-degree weather, in the snowflake on the ground, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good that I am not getting killed in the Great American Ice Age.
Do you have the ability to screen share?
I could try.
Okay, well, I have something. Maybe I'm gonna give a little preview of a Kang stream, because this is just funny. Let me see if we can find it. I don't want to ruin it, so give me a second here, folks. Oh wow, this person does indeed have their own channel. But there's no videos on it. I know there was a video on here.
Maybe it's unlisted.
Hang on. I know, folks. Dead air. Very, very professional of me. I'm just super, super fucking professional. I gotta make sure I find a fucking safe for work one too. Here we go. This one is on YouTube, so it should be fine. I seen. Okay, so I'm gonna throw this in the chat.
All right, let's try this. Let's light this candle.
Yeah, let's see if we can roll this beautiful bean footage. A little preview of my.
What the fuck did you just send me?
little preview of the Kang stream.
All right. Okay, I'm turning on screen share.
All righty.
Can you see this, Becklove?
Yeah, we can see it. Hopefully we can hear it.
Okay, I'm gonna play it. Can you hear it? When I start playing it, let me know if you can hear it.
Okay.
Yes. Can you hear it?
No. Oh, damn, we can't hear it.
Jeez. Well, yeah. It's precisely what it says.
Yeah, it's some woke mud shark going on about how blacks are superior. And she apparently has a lot of content out there, some of which is safe for work. So yeah, that was going to be part of what we were going to be discussing on the Kang stream.
Yeah. I might rip some of this content off for my stream tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about happier things.
It is Black History Month, so you gotta be.
It's also Groundhog Day, so.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is.
I would have thought I'd heard about that more. That's big shit in this area.
Pardon me. Let me duck out quick.
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me see if I can find the one here. Somebody sent this to me. I'm trying to find the message.
And back.
Yeah. Somebody sent me a message. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Because somebody let me know about this this lady and her content.
The pinned comments. This video is several months old, but the pinned comment is from a month ago. Thank God my content now has watermarks. So many sites reposting my video about properly crediting me. This video is a Lady Anaconda original. I am a Queen of Spades dominatrix and black supremacy activist. I was also interviewed by Katrina Blatt. So look up that interview if you'd like to learn more about what I do.
I think we all know what you do.
Yeah, it's important that she properly gets credit for talking about black supremacy. Okay? Really sucks that people are just ripping off her content about getting dicked down by black men, without giving her the proper credit she deserves, Beckloff. This is a crime.
Like she's not
being served.
She's not skinny, but she's got these weird like pancake titties or something where like she's got that weird space in between her titties, even though they're kind of saggy. Like that's always horrible. You know, like the tits are sagging, but they're not even touching in the middle. That's just, you hate to see that. You hate to see that.
It's wrong.
But yeah, that's gonna be some of it. Oh man, what was the one we did in the porn star interview? Harmony, California. She talked about her cuck husband. Oh man, because like most of the porn star interviews are fake, but I really got the impression that one was real. like that's actually how that woman just lives life. But yeah, that's going to be part of what we're going to be talking about on the Kang stream. Oh, Zach the Bong Ripper says he left a nice comment on that video. I bet he did. I bet you were very encouraging. We're also going to be looking at some Black Israelite shit on Sunday. It's going to be a grand old time. Yeah. Gonna educate all you fucking snow apes out there about how Lady Anaconda be clapping them cheeks.
Oh God. Beckloff has opened the demon dimension, the door to the demon dimension so many times that his house probably looks like the first stage of Doom.
Yeah, I gotta have a bunch of lines of salt everywhere just so I can move about safely. Oh. And this is the future liberals want.
Yeah, this is the future. It also involves a lot of baby murder, but
yeah, they're all about that. Holy shit! Like, everybody will not shut up about abortion this past week. Like, man, that just everywhere you go. Like, I'm one of the rare few that doesn't get all that worked up about it. Like, I'm starting to lean a bit more pro-life just because of how ghoulish the pro-choice side is. But, like, what is this? Some conservative was all like, I would give the Democrats everything else they wanted if we could just end abortion. I'm like, yeah, no.
Well, I mean, I can get the sentiment now. I mean, they're basically, if you saw the testimony that Korean bitch gave into the Virginia General Assembly, the bill they're proposing will all but legalize abortion right up until the baby is ready to be born. That's sick shit.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm hardly the most pro-life guy. Like early stages or like the morning after pill or something, I don't have any problem with. I don't get it at all squeamish about it until you can show me there's brain activity. But, you know, when the kid's fucking fighting the scissors, yeah, there's obviously a problem there. I don't know what it is with the left. At this point, it's just kind of, they just want to be sacrificing babies to Moloch or something.
Well, what's going on is that they're terrified that they know that Ruth Bader Ginsburg is going to be dead in the next couple of years, if she isn't already dead, and they aren't just propping her corpse up like Weekend at Bernie's. They're terrified that the new right-leaning Supreme Court will roll back Roe v. Wade, so they're trying to expand abortion rights in the states that they control as quickly as they can, and also to push back against the various abortion restrictions that have been passed in various states over the past few years. They got total control over the New York State government for the first time, and they have guaranteed control for the first time in like 50 years. So they did it there. This bill will thankfully not go anywhere in Virginia because the Republicans still control the state legislature there. And for what it looks like, their governor, Ralph Northam, may be headed out the door, both because his comments on this made him look like a fucking psychopath. And it emerged today that when he was in medical school, he was palling around with dudes who like to dress up in blackface and KKK robes.
Cool. I didn't know he knew Richard Spencer. But no, I actually consider Ruth Bader Ginsburg just a clump of cells, so I don't even think that she's allowed to be on the Supreme Court in my eyes. No, she's probably dead already. I'm beginning to think that she's kicked the bucket here the past week, and they're desperately trying to cover it up.
Man, I cannot wait for when this horrible regime ends and freedom reigns across the land. When the U.S. has a collapse similar to the USSR, I look forward to reading all the declassified files for all the shit they lied to us about over the years. Ruth Bader Ginsburg dying, Hillary Clinton's health, the moon landings, fucking Area 51. I'm going to be masturbating over those pages like a horny teenager.
Yeah, I think I'm beginning to think the Michelle Obama being a tranny one might be real. Like I don't totally buy it, but it's I've kind of reached a point where it's like I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, she's a beard at bare minimum. Barack Obama's gayer than a cucumber sandwich.
I mean, they've never seen pictures of her married and are pregnant, and yeah, that's definitely a beard, if anything. So I wonder if those kids are adopted. They don't look all that much like their supposed parents, if you ask me.
Well, there's also the fact that they did. The two of them seem to be shitty parents. If you'll recall, 3 years ago, there was all those videos of, was it Malia or Sasha, the older one? She's at Lollapalooza twerking and showing off her ass, you know. If you came across a chick like that in the wild, you'd assume that she didn't have a father. She was raised by a single mother. But no, that is the former president's daughter, exposing her ass for the whole of the world to see at a music festival.
Well, in all fairness,
she must really hate Barack Obama.
In all fairness, most of these politician kids are just shitbags. I mean, you know, W's kids were a couple of whores too.
Well, to be fair, they weren't going around doing that.
Well, yeah, they weren't. It wasn't as blatant. You know, they were at least trying to cover it up. But yeah, W raised a couple of whores. Syndicate Chief wants to call in. I guess I'll let him hop in.
I can't wait for the declassified files on Chelsea Clinton too. She's Webb Hubbell's kid.
She does not look like Bill, that's for sure.
Have I told this story before? I may have told this story before.
I think I've told it too. Yeah, she looks.
No. I was more involved with this. 3 years ago, Chuck Johnson called me out of the blue, and he wanted to pay me to go up to where Chelsea Clinton was giving a speech in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and secure a sample of her DNA because he had Webb Hubbell's DNA. And he just needed Chelsea Clinton's to do a paternity test, and I had to decline because I had to, I had already booked to go on a trip to Cincinnati the next day. So I was trying to recruit my friends, like, hey, Chuck Johnson wants you to go up to Green Bay to get I used Kleenex full of Chelsea Clinton's snot, but I was unfortunately not able to get anyone.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess around with that, man. Secret Service would send your ass to Gitmo.
Well, there's nothing you can. There's no crime against picking a used Kleenex out of the fucking trash. It's not like you're gonna run. It's not like I was planning on rushing the stage and fucking demanding that she hand over a glob of spit. No, I was gonna.
Hey, just grabbing her hair, trying to get one with a follicle.
Plus, you have to handle it carefully, because if I was handling it with my dirty, grubby, bare hands, the DNA sample would get ruined. You have to pick it up with something delicate and put it in a vacuum sealed plastic bag. I personally don't want to know. Chuck Johnson never told me how he got Webb Hubbell's DNA, and personally, I don't want to know.
He had to do shameful things. Somebody says, according to a humble water filter salesman, the children, or Obama's children, I guess, are adopted from Morocco. That could be the case. I mean, Michelle looks like a dude. There's no getting around it. Hey, Syndicate Chief, what's on your mind?
Hey, heard you talk about Michelle Obama. She did admit publicly that she had the kids via IVF, so that's pretty good evidence right there.
That's weird. It's a weird thing to just throw out there like casually and never expand upon too.
Well, she's talked about motherhood and how they had trouble conceiving, and so they did end up doing IVF, and it was all couched in a very motherly level. And to be honest, she very well could be female, but then again,
I don't take the hard stance that this is definitely. It's just one of those things where it's like it wouldn't surprise me.
As far as Chelsea Clinton, she looks just like Ward Hubble, so that's in my opinion.
Yeah, I have no doubt Bill Clinton has a bunch of kids. I just think they're probably scattered amongst trailer parks throughout the South.
No, they're scattered among Monica Lewinsky's stomach.
I mean, that half black dude looks like Bill's son. I don't know for sure, but I see the resemblance. I don't know if you ever saw that, but there was like Alex Jones had him on a couple of times. He was trying to get in contact with Bill, and he claims he used to be in contact with Bill, and that Bill used to send him money and stuff. But he looks a little like Bill Clinton.
Speaking of the humble water filter salesman, he does sell good water filters. I've been using one of his for quite a while.
I got pretty good well water, so I haven't really felt the need to get a water filter, but I would probably pick up his if I did.
Well,
I'm not on city water or anything like that.
Well, the city water here is trash, and I live in a fairly rural area with lots of farms around, so there's going to be tons of Roundup in the water, and that stuff is terrible for you. So, but this filters out fluoride, which I honestly don't care about, but it filters out lead and Roundup, which I really do care about.
I'm not sure if I got much Roundup in the water. I might have to look into that.
Roundup?
Yeah, I don't think I'm close enough to a farm that would be a problem. But
okay.
Well, it does seep into the drinking water, and if you're using a well, then it can get in the groundwater that way.
Yeah, I'd have to look into that. I know I got hard water problems around here, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty standard. And aside from some grime and clogging up stuff, it's really not that big of a deal.
I got a water softener anyways. So.
Yeah, I don't have an experience with like rural water problems because I've lived in rural areas, but even then, like I was in a city that was large enough to have its own municipal water supply. So I have been to countries where the drinking water is not drinkable. That was always fun. Like in Ukraine, you can't drink the water because of lead poisoning, and that's literally the first thing they do when they warn you. Like, don't drink the water; you'll get sick. Same thing in Serbia. You can't drink the water there because, and of course in the Philippines. Well, if you're in a decent building in the Philippines, like they'll have a water filtration system built in. But I remember sitting in the Davao airports, and all the water in the building coming out of the taps was just at one point just turned a shade of brown. Like not just the water in the faucets, but like the water in the toilets, the water fountains, everything turned brown. It's like, oh, what the hell happened? This is an airport.
Well, and the funny thing is, with one of Alex's water filters, I could bail ditch water into this thing and have fresh water. And so, yeah, you could drink Ukrainian water with one of these water filters.
Seneca Chief drinks his own piss using it. Says I haven't had to buy a bottle of water in a week. Just been living off my own supply.
The water supply in Tbilisi seems pretty good. At the very least, nobody has told me not to drink the tap water here. So the one issue I have is that for some reason the hot water in my apartment is not working right now. Not a gigantic deal because I actually take cold showers, but when it comes to washing dishes, it's a bit of a pain.
That's why you're so fucking grumpy all the time.
What? Cold showers are awesome. Make a man out of you.
Nothing beats a hot bath with some Epsom salts.
I can't take baths. I don't have a bathtub. I got a shower stall.
I take showers so hot I almost don't even need the soap. I just burn a couple layers of skin off. Burn all the dirty skin right off. Come out looking like a lobster.
You need to try the ice cold showers. Those actually help you lose weight.
Problem is, I don't actually have a shower, just a bath.
Yeah. A cold bath would be pretty sucky.
I bought an 80-year-old house. So that comes with it.
Yeah, I love cold showers. They kick you in the ass, wake you up. They eliminate depression. They burn weight off of you. And when you get out of the shower, you get all that nice, warm, snuggly feeling. Whereas whenever I take a hot shower, I always feel like shit when I get out because I'm all freezing cold.
I can't back you up on this, Forney. I don't know about that. I mean, I'm sure I'd lose a lot of weight if I went and hung out in a North Korean prison camp for a few months. But
I'm not saying you start taking cold showers right now. I'm not saying you start doing it right now. Maybe wait until it's warm out. I mean, at least you're not a Californian whining about it. It's like I had a friend who.
Maybe if I went down and lived in Vegas and it was hot all the fucking time, I'd consider it. But I'm in a frozen hellscape right now.
The biggest bitch
is this one. Every chair in my house has a soft, fuzzy blanket, so I'm with Bagloff on this one.
Hey, there's a time for warmth. It's when you're dry, okay. But when you're getting the grime off, nothing beats an ice cold shower.
Oh wait, man! I want it so hot. See, I actually just burned the layer of skin off. I come out looking like a snake that just shed his skin. I have to go hide in the corner for a while where it's safe. Oh, man.
Well, yeah, that's what you have to do when you date those Amish chicks. So,
just being around them, you have to do that. If you just walk by an Amish man, you feel like you have to do that. Oh, they stink. They stink so fucking bad.
So you just wash them up, and then they make good wives. Then,
well, not anymore because now they're inbred and retarded. It used to be true that if you could snatch an Amish woman away from the Amish community, you could probably get yourself a pretty good wife. The old joke was you buy her a vacuum cleaner for her fucking birthday. She's amazed. But now, I mean, they're all fucking inbred. They have to slope forehead and yeah. When the family tree isn't branching out, it just looks like a tangled knot. Yeah, that's not something you want to mess with.
He says it's been years since Speckloff has ranted about the Amish, so spin the wheel of hate to the Amish square.
Well, the past few months I've been pushing the shit into a pagan cult, so I've been a little busy.
Wait.
Sorry for bailing on you earlier.
Wait, Brick in the chat is saying it's 65. I have to wear 2 layers. Oh, you fucking pussy! Brick is from California. That's what I was about to say with regards to cold showers. Californians are the biggest bitches with regards to weather. It's oh my god, I have seasonal affective disorder. Oh my god, the sun sets at 6 o'clock instead of 6:30. Oh my god, it's 65 degrees instead of 70. I have seasonal affective disorder. I'm such a little bitch.
You don't get SAD in California or Florida.
Everyone I've heard who complained about SAD was always from California. Why? You don't even have seasons there. It's just the only seasons that California has is AIDS season and not AIDS season. And not AIDS season is rapidly receding.
I was gonna say, didn't not AIDS season, wasn't that didn't that come to an end in the 80s?
No, it came to an end last year. Or whenever it was that fucking law was passed.
AIDS season or not AIDS season.
Dashing Room says, hey, I'm in California. Well, I don't hear you complaining about the weather, so you're cool.
Oh, hell, I've been tempted to go over there. Been craving some X2 roller coaster, but That's the main reason I want to go to California.
Don't. We need to hasten its inevitable destruction by God.
Oh, Haitians will
as soon
do
as
that.
Common Filth leaves, the whole state will burst into flames. He's the last good man there that's keeping it alive. It was him
Yeah,
and
Luke
Luke,
got out.
and Luke recently left.
Everyone listening to this who lives in California, please get out. I'll help you. We'll set up a fucking compound and a commune in Arizona or something.
Yeah,
But
it'd be
please,
called
just
Gin-
get out. California needs to go. I'm sick of this. I'm sick
It'll
of
be called
waiting.
Gin Town.
God has been teasing me like a little slut for years, teasing us all with the destruction of California. Please, it has to end. We have to get release.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see the destruction of Ruth Bader Ginsburg first.
Somebody says, "Oh no, now Forney is starting a cult." Yeah, we're gonna argue on a live stream about something, and then he's gonna disavow me and join a cult.
Mattville, Arizona.
Well, you already got the FDLS up there in the Arizona Strip. Somebody needs to take care of those fuckers. You beat a cult with a better cult.
Get yourself a nice cult where you bang all the women, though. You don't want to just join some cult where you don't get a whole bunch of pussy. I mean, what's the point?
Yes, exactly. Not only will we bang a lot of women, we won't force them to dress like they live in the 18th century either. They'll be wearing jeans and t-shirts.
Let's see. Somebody says Californians need to stay out of Arizona. Let's see. Going to the chat. So did y'all hear Rouge pissed a bunch of people off recently? Hey,
The homo mafia.
yeah, well, he started off saying like, I'm a boob man because liking butts is step one to homosexuality, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling you on this, Rouge. And then he was like, anal sex is gross, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see your point there. I don't really take a hard stance against it, but I'm not necessarily advocating for it either. But then, yeah, all of a sudden, everybody just freaked out on him. And I'm like, man, slow news day, huh, guys?
Well, the Kill Stream had that discussion, and then Dick Masterson challenged Rouge to a debate over it.
A debate over butts? That would be cool. Honestly, and I look, I like Rouge, and I don't think Rouge even remembers me, let alone cares what I said. So, not everyone freaks out and joins a cult when you disagree with them. But I don't know, like there's just sometimes I get the impression from some of these pickup artist guys, like they don't even really like women or sex that much. It's just the status symbol. It's just really about being the alpha and stuff like that.
Well, I think he has a point. I'm not saying I agree with him. I think he has a point. I mean, this is something that's been talked about by other people like Jay
There's
Dyer.
a couple of leaps there. Number one, I don't think a guy being an ass man necessarily even means he's into anal sex. And I can see the point on anal sex being step one to gay sex, but I think even that's a bit of a leap. But I think it's a leap to say being an ass man means you're into anal sex. It could just mean that you like banging your chick doggy style.
Well, the way I see it is that this is a general observable pattern. Societies that are primitivist and backwards are ones where like ass fixations are the highest. Like, who do we associate love and ass with? We associate it with black people in Africa and what is Africa if not technologically and culturally backwards? Conversely, the more civilized countries on Earth tend to prefer boobs or legs. This was actually mapped up by Pornhub a few years ago. They determined which they did a study that showed which whether boobs or butts were more popular in individual countries, going by their search strings. And as you would expect, the butts were most popular in South America and Africa. Boobs are most popular in Europe and Asia. The U.S. overall was butts, But but on a state by state level, the whiter states tended to prefer boobs. The blacker and more minority heavy states preferred butts.
I mean, I've heard all that before, and there is interesting ideas behind that. Is it do the more advanced societies, the rising societies value nurture more, and it's just sort of hedonistic pleasure and all. But at a certain point, I get the feeling with some of these guys that like you're on a team. I wonder to myself if Roosh just knew that data and was just saying the right thing. And again, I'm not trying to attack Roosh. I don't think he would take this as an attack or anything. But I just see that from a lot of these guys where it just seems like I don't know. I don't want to fucking politicize everything up to and including whether you like titties or ass.
Well, you may not want to politicize everything.
It all gets so fucking tiring.
Well, you may not want to politicize everything, but the problem is stuff is getting politicized with or without your consent.
I know. I agree with that, but I don't know. The whole thing just gets fucking exhausting after a while.
Plus, there's another element to the ass thing, and I think I mentioned this on my own stream, but the ass is the only part of the woman's body that actually improves if she gains weight. So ass worship feeds into the general laziness and slovenliness of women. Because they it's all about that ass. They don't have to work out. They don't have to be classy or anything. It's all about the ass.
Yeah, but women's titties get bigger too when they gain weight.
Not really. I mean, they do, but distended fat girl titties are just sad. They're gross.
Yeah, but a fat girl ass doesn't. I mean, I get what you're saying. Yeah, a woman will get a bigger ass if she puts some meat on her. But I mean, the best way to get a better ass is to hit the gym and do squats. I mean, get some muscle behind it. I mean, really, there's no exercise you can do to make your titties look better. But yeah, generally, I mean, there's a difference between a woman's ass is a little bigger because she's been, eating too many donuts, and whose ass is a little bigger because she's been doing squats. And it's a world of difference. It's like the difference between a hamburger and a steak.
There is a surefire way for women to get their breasts bigger. Get pregnant.
Oh God, you remember that video Evalian did about how she got a boob job by getting pregnant?
She got a boob job by getting pregnant. I never heard that.
This was I think a couple of years ago. Evalian was that Nazi chick from Toronto who talked about Hitler all the time. Well, some dude knocked her up and she's like, "Hey everyone, you can see my boobs are bigger. I finally got that boob job, and what I did? It was very simple. I just got pregnant."
Well, I like staring at big boobs, but not at the expense of bringing another bastard into the world. So, yeah. So it's like your cold shower to lose weight, Forney. At what cost? It's the question.
Evalian is someone who I think should take advantage of the new infanticide laws in New York, and frequently and often.
That's part of the reason I don't get too worked up over the abortion thing. I don't like the idea and all, but at the same time, I'm kind of stepping back a little bit and being like, well, also everyone that's doing it, I also don't want breeding. So, I mean, I can't find myself getting too worked up about it. Yeah, it's pretty ghoulish, but at the same time, all my political enemies killing their own children seems like a problem that's going to sort itself out in a hurry.
I guess, but
I'm not even saying I'm advocating for it. It's just I'm having a hard time wanting to stop it. I'm having a hard time getting worked up about it.
Honestly, it should be right-leaning couples who can't have children adopting the leftist spawn that they don't want.
Well, I think at this stage, I'm just so numb to everything that stuff rarely shocks me anymore.
That's another part of it. I've seen so much shit. I have such a hard time about getting worked up about stuff like that. And half of what I hear from abortion people, and even the pro-life people are guilty of this, are barely arguments. It's just fucking bumper stickers they're lopping at each other, and it's just all so tiring.
But it works.
I don't know. Part of it is I'm getting kind of tired of politics here these last couple of years. And it's not that I'm retreating from politics. It's just on some levels, a lot of it's just getting really boring.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like I did yesterday's stream on the Wignet manifesto, but we just ended up talking later. Me and Bryden and Joe, the Boomer, and Sirius talking about like whether drinking wine is gay and wine enemas and video games and shit. That was
wine enemas.
What? Well,
I'm not familiar with the wine enema.
Oh, you're in for a treat, Beckloff. You're in for a real treat. Well, there are some people out there who like to take their alcohol rectally, and you can do this.
I've heard a little bit of that. That's pretty dangerous though, because it shoots your blood alcohol level up like instantly.
Yes, that is why if you are going to take your alcohol rectally, you should only make beer or wine enemas. If you make a enema out of any hard liquor, you will die from alcohol poisoning because there are more capillaries. There's more capillary sensitivity in your large intestine than in your small intestine and stomach because your large intestine is designed to bring the last bits of nutrition out of your meals before the waste material gets excreted. So as a result, anything you put up there is going to get rapidly absorbed into your bloodstream, including alcohol. Beer and wine is safe to do because I wouldn't say safe to do, but like you do alcohol enemas with those because you get blackout drunk on those. Very more efficient use of alcohol. But hard liquor, booze enemas, those will kill people. In fact, the 2007 Darwin Award winner was someone who his wife gave him a sherry enema. 3 liters of sherry up the ass, and well, he died from it.
I also learned this week you're not supposed to put rocks in your butt. Somebody on Twitter was talking about how you shouldn't use jelly dildos. I'm not an expert on the various materials dildos are made of, but apparently they're far too porous and will harbor bacteria. So that's an important safety tip. To which somebody else responded, also, don't stick rocks in your butt because rocks are very porous and can quickly dehydrate and harm the insides of your butt. So
they're also sharp and hard and kind of painful.
Well, even a smooth river rock, even if that river rock's looking all smooth and sexy and looking like it wants it, just don't put it in your butt. That's an important safety tip.
Beckloff and Forney have such sights to show each other.
It's like don't cross the streams. Don't put rocks in your butt. Important safety tip. You all learned something today. I hope you're happy.
Yes.
Don't you see that sexy pile of rocks that's looking at you like it wants it? Just walk away.
We're going to hell.
I mean, I don't know, guys. I've been up to some freaky stuff in my day. I've never thought, that rock that needs to go in a butt.
I personally never thought about putting anything up my ass, but then again, I guess I must just be a freak.
Yeah, I mean, look at you, Forney. You never even put rocks up your butt.
Yeah, I've never booty bumped meth. I've never had an alcohol enema.
Fucking prude.
Yeah, you remember that butt chugging fad that was supposedly happening about it was 6, 7, 8 years ago?
The butt chugging? What is butt chugging?
There was supposedly this epidemic of teenagers in Arizona.
With alcohol up their butt, I guess.
Yeah, they were taking tampons and soaking them in vodka and shoving them up their asses to get a faster buzz. And how they were supposedly ending up in the hospital because of
How
this.
Pressed for time must you be? I got to speed this process up. I got shit to do.
Well, it's the story was bullshit, and I knew it was bullshit because they said
You broke up.
One death from it. I said there was not one reported death from butt chugging, which is how I knew it was bullshit. Okay. because they're taking vodka up the ass. These are teenagers with already lacking alcohol tolerance, and they're putting vodka-soaked tampons up their ass, and they're not dying from it. Give me a fucking break. It's like the so-called Jenkem trend, the Jenkem trend that was supposedly happening 10 years ago, or the Rainbow Party trend that was happening 15 years ago. It's all bullshit. Kids are doing crazy shit, but they're not that crazy. Okay?
Apparently, at least one person was putting rocks up their butt. So,
yeah. Well, putting rocks up your butt is like doable. Okay, it's not going to run to immediate death. Okay. Soaking a tampon in Absolute and shoving it up your ass, that kills you. You know, huffing fermented feces and urine. Pretty sure not even like degenerate fucking prisoners whose only alternative is Pruno would do shit like that. And as for rainbow parties, like that's just even fucking that's mechanically impossible.
I don't even know what a rainbow party is.
Oh, that was the big trend supposedly happening when I was a teenager. Basically, the idea was that kids were throwing these parties where the women would put on different colored lipsticks and then they'd give the dudes blowjobs. And the goal was to get as many girls to suck you off as possible. And that's where the rainbow comes in, because they'd have different colored lipsticks and you had the different colors of the lipstick on your penis. And no one bothered to ask the most immediate question. Like, okay, let's say we set this up. We have a rainbow party. You, me, Cynic, and some girls.
Don't drag me into this.
Okay.
Some redhead girls.
Okay. You get a blowjob from a girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Blowjobs involve saliva. Saliva wipes things away. So the second girl comes in. Her saliva is gonna get rid of the lipstick that was left behind by the previous girl.
You know, lipstick is also designed to not come off that easily.
Yeah, that too.
So, I mean, I've never had a problem with lipstick marks all over the place. You know, most of the time it's designed to not come off very easily. Yeah, I'm not buying the rainbow party.
It was obvious bullshit.
That sounds like something a third grader would come up with, like when they don't know how any of that works.
It's like the list of sex moves that are compiled by horny 13-year-olds, like the Egyptian teabag.
The Egyptian teabag.
You want to know what the Egyptian teabag is?
By all means.
I actually don't know. I just heard it on Bob and Tom's show once.
Give him the old hot Carl.
Okay. The Egyptian teabag is a slightly hairier version of the plain old teabag, thought to be related to the fact that the peoples of the Middle East have thick, dark hair.
Ew.
So I guess that means basically teabagging a chick without shaving.
Designated teabagging streets.
Boy, aren't you glad you let me on the show, Beckloff?
That's Hey, I got you first with Lady Anaconda, so with her nasty pancake titties. It's some mud shark that goes on about black supremacy on the internet. She got nasty pancake titties where they're really saggy, but they don't come together into cleavage. You know the kind I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's no good. You hate to see that.
Toad's right. It's too bad Pastor Tom isn't here.
Yeah, bring Pastor Tom in here. We get his thoughts on Lady Anaconda and rainbow parties.
And Jenkem. And butt chugging. And putting rocks up your butt.
It really happens by accident, but every time Pastor Tom just happens to come on the show, it's like, well, here's some fucked up retard sex. I hope you weren't planning on having a radio ministry, Tom. You'd end up on like a dozen radio stations, and then someone would dig up all these streams. It would be a massive shitstorm.
Well, you could do the radio ministry talking about shit like this. I think it would be a hit.
If this is right, we're supposed to transition to an ad for Steve's Jerky now.
Pastor Tom is here to tell you why you shouldn't put rocks up your butt, kids.
Pastor Tom doing his Shock Jock morning show.
It'd be like
Pastor Tom in the morning.
It'd be like the Christian version of like those PSAs at the end of the Sonic cartoon. Like, don't fucking don't lock yourself in a washing machine, kids.
Putting rocks up your butt is no good. And with that note, let's transition to our ad. Now, Steve's Jerky is recommended to be taken orally, not suppository. But hey, I'm not your mother. I don't care what you do. But yes, we have the good folks at Steve's Jerky sponsoring this ad, and Steve's Jerky is absolutely fantastic, folks. Absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend getting some Steve's Jerky. And also, we have the new book, Awesomely White, a look at positive white identity in an age of anti-white hysteria. You get that available on Amazon. And also down below, you'll see we got the tip jars, where the mirthful Bulbasaur demands your tithe. Because don't forget, this is a cult, folks. The mirthful Bulbasaur demands your tithe. You can send a one-time donation on PayPal. You can become a regular supporter of any amount on Patreon. And you can buy me some of the dumb shit that I like off the Amazon wishlist. Which, by the way, I just got a Dr. Wily figure off the Amazon wishlist. And that wasn't even up there a day when someone scooped it up for me. But yeah, I appreciate that. It was the Funko put out a new line of Mega Man action figures. You know, they don't just make those goofy looking pops, they also make action figures. And most of them are just Mega Man in different colors, but there was a Dr. Wily in the line, and you never see a Dr. Wily figure. So I was glad to get that. Thank you to whichever listener got that for me. Let's see.
Can I make a recommendation about Steve's Jerky?
Sure.
If you can avoid eating the whole bag, I recommend putting it in one of those thick-walled freezer bags because you can seal it up and keep it still moist. I found a bag that I'd ordered a while back, but had been in the cabinet, but it'd been in that, and so it's still juicy and tender.
I put it in the fridge, and I didn't. Now, granted, it didn't stay in the fridge very long. I mean, I open a bag of Steve's Jerky, it really doesn't last more than a day if I'm taking my time with it. Because it is that good, but I never had a problem with it getting too dry.
Yeah, I really need to get some of that Steve's Jerky now. I really need some of it.
It's good, man. It's really good.
You know what I used to have that's really handy, and I just lost it in a move. But one of those things that like would heat seal a plastic bag, like you just run it across and it would heat seal it again. Like just sort of melt seal the bag shut once more. So if you have something like that, that'd be great to use on one of them. But the bags are pretty heavy duty stuff. You know, the plastic he uses is pretty heavy duty.
Yeah, if you've got a vacuum seal system, that would be the ideal way to store it. But freezer bag's cheap and easy. Just push most of the air out of it, but don't let it leak. If it gets dry, then it's not really that good. It's more like store jerky.
But yeah, honestly though, you're unless you already ate a meal before you dig into some Steve's Jerky, odds are you're going to finish the whole bag in one sitting because it's that good.
Well, I take it hiking or caving, anything I need a lot of protein. You get a bag of that Steve's Jerky or 2 bags, and then your meal's set.
Somebody in the chat says, "How are you going to save the West if all your fans are buying you Dr. Wily figures instead of suits?" Yes, I should put a 3-piece suit on the Amazon wish list. Because I don't even own a suit right now, so
it's in the link to Davis.
How am I supposed to save the West if I don't own a suit?
Breaking news: Virginia Governor Ralph Northam is getting dragged like a motherfucker.
And that's just what he calls a regular Friday night.
Oh, everyone wants him to resign now. Like Kamala Harris is calling on him to resign. Ted Lieu, he's fucked, son. He's fucked like an 8-year-old at a Catholic church.
You know what I would do if I was him? I would not resign. You know why? Like we had this in this state. We had a governor. Not a governor. A mayor in Harrisburg. I can't remember the actual scandal because I don't watch a ton of the local news because the local news around here is boring as fuck. And now that I figured out how to look up the weather on my phone, I really don't need to. But this mayor in Harrisburg refused to resign, and actually this person was a lawyer, and they had their law license revoked or something. I mean, just basically, remember that Seinfeld episode where they couldn't quite fire George as long as he kept showing up to work, but no one wanted him to still be there. And at one point, they boarded up his office, and he crawled through the fucking air duct to get to his desk. Like, that's basically what this mayor was doing. And if I was the governor of Virginia right now, because I mean, fuck it, you're not going to come back from this, right? Just ride it out. Just make them drag you the fuck out of the office, like, because you're still getting money.
Well, here's the comedy aspect of it. In Virginia, Virginia is the only state in which governors are prohibited from running for re-election. So they can serve one term and that's it. So he really has nothing to lose.
Yeah, fuck it, man. Do something about it. Just drag me out.
Well, realistically, this won't relate to anything good because the lieutenant governor in Virginia is also a Democrat. Some gay black guy who looks like Barack Obama's mutant son. So it's not like this is going to lead to some right-wing renaissance in Virginia. No, you're just going to replace a wishy-washy white guy with a gay black man.
Well, it's better because it gives the Dems what they want. They want something worse. Hey, give them something worse. They voted for it. Give it to them good and hard.
Dashing Rogue says, everybody needs a suit. Find a good, well-priced one. I might buy it for you. Here's the thing, though. I'm hoping to be losing some weight over the next couple of months. I put myself on a pretty strict diet here this past week. And so before I would get a fitted suit, I'd like to be in a little bit better of a fit, as it were. But also, I don't have any, I really don't need one. I mean, it would be nice to have, don't get me wrong, but
what do you wear? What do you wear when you need to go to a nice function?
When do I go to a nice function?
What,
I go to church, and you know what? The fact that I have shoes on puts me above most of the rednecks at the fucking church. All right,
you don't go to fancy cocktail parties. You don't go on dates with girls.
I go on dates with girls, but a date with a girl with me is usually hanging out playing Mario Kart. I mean, I'm a pretty casual dude. I work for a living. I don't need to dress up nice anywhere that I do. I mean, dressing up nice for me is a really nice pair of jeans with a nice collared shirt. That's about it.
You don't have fancy cocktail parties.
Yeah, I don't do any of that pretentious gay shit. That just doesn't happen for me. I don't hobnob with fucking elite. It just doesn't happen.
I don't understand your life, Backcloth. I just don't understand it.
I know.
I wear a suit every nice occasion because I look snappy in a suit.
I'm sure you look fucking dapper, but I mean, honestly, like a date with date night's usually, ordering a pizza and fucking getting a Redbox movie and playing Mario Kart. That's a great date night. I have nice casual clothes for the weekend, and then after a while, those casual clothes eventually become work casual clothes as I get new ones.
Yeah, that's a nice casual date night. You know what also makes it a nice playing Mario Kart and getting a pizza? You know what makes it even better? A suit.
A suit. A suit. Well, as my one ex said, the cool thing about a guy wearing a tie is it's a socially acceptable form of a leash and collar. But she was into some kinky shit. Not that I wasn't.
If I'm on the weekend, I don't want to wear anything fancy. I have to wear fancy shit to the office all day. I don't want to have to do that on the weekend.
I mean, I own 3 pairs of shoes. I own a pair of work boots, I own a pair of work sneakers, and I own a pair of nice sneakers. And when the nice sneakers start to get beat up, the work sneakers get thrown away. The nice sneakers become work sneakers, and a new pair of nice sneakers are bought.
Yeah, it's like I like dressing casual. Like me right now, I'm totally naked. But for a nice occasion, you gotta have a suit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing a fucking Snuggie right now, and you think I give a shit about that kind of crap?
Well, I am naked right now. I
can't be because I'll freeze to death. I have to cut open a fucking tauntaun and crawl into it.
White Wolf says, Matt, that when you're in a suit, you look like a love child with Mr. Freeze and the Penguin.
You got to be throwing out those ice puns all the time.
I see.
Motherfucker. I look like a...
I mean, I'm
spitting
saying,
image of David Byrne in a suit.
I don't want to be the kind of guy who walks up a mountain wearing dress shoes. Forney, of course, knows no one like that.
And David Serini says
he's still in the I don't want to talk about it publicly anymore phase.
David Serini says you could at least wear a suit while you're playing Mario Kart with a girl.
By the way, Dashing Rogue, that was a joke. I'm not actually naked. I'm wearing a pair of jeans and a t-shirt.
He's not naked. He's got a sock over it. Like the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I did buy some nice socks from Colazone yesterday. And it tastes fantastic.
I got
new socks.
I got spoiled. I started getting like really nice socks, and like sometimes I'll get socks that have like some sort of goofy pop culture shit on it, but just really nice socks for the weekend. Like I got really spoiled on that. Like the one year for Christmas, like 2 years ago, somebody got me a pair of Justice League socks, and I can't remember exactly what brand it was, but they were so fucking comfortable. Like they just had like some old Justice League cover printed on them, but I put them on and they were like really thick and warm and just some of the most comfortable socks. And I'm like, oh, dude, I got to start getting nice socks.
Yeah, these are a Turkish clothing chain, and these are manufactured in Turkey, and they're so thick and nice. And my feetsies are nice and warm now. The socksies on my feetsies make me a happy man.
Are they wool or something like that?
Yeah, they're wool or something. They're very thick. They
Actually,
don't look it, but they're very thick.
I got to throw some wash in the dryer, so you guys talk amongst yourself for a minute.
And they were pretty inexpensive too. Like the 4-pack, I think, cost me about 18 lari, which is $6, I think. Hold on, let me check. It's finding like I usually get like the big gym sock bags like from Tesco or Walmart or whatever, because like when I'm just casually around the house or whatever, I'm not gonna wear gym socks are just fine. But you cannot find those here anywhere at hypermarkets, anywhere. You cannot find the gym socks. So I finally cracked, and I went into this Turkish shop, and I found these really nice socks that are more colorful than I ordinarily buy, but man, they're thick, so I don't really give a damn.
Well, Beckloff's gone. Let's do some more sponsors. This podcast is brought to you by Aaron Clary and his books. This podcast is also brought to you by Jim Goad, who can give you all the great advice on how to find little black boys and what to do with them, as well as how to ditch your ex-wife and kid to go bang whores. You can find his stuff at www.black.com.
Yes, if you're looking for this stream is also brought to you by Richard Spencer. If you want to abandon your abandon your fat Russian wife after beating her senseless for years to go fuck a Satanist whore, you go to Richard Spencer's website, www.blacksonboys.com.
And the best thing is Beckloff won't even know that happened.
Yes, this stream is also brought to you by Christopher Cantwell, host of the Radical Agenda. If you want to know the secrets of shoving meth up your asshole and smoking meth and being a general idiot and crying on camera and doxing people like Ricky Vaughn, go watch the Radical Agenda and give some money, Goy, because the federal government does not pay that well.
And this podcast also brought to you by the Free Folk. You want to join their new compound, Gentown? You can join up at freefolk.org or davisarini.com.
Pwned.
Well, I guess davisarini.com doesn't quite point to that, but anyway.
Speaking of which, the stream is also brought to you by Matt Forney Live. Unironically, go watch it tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. Back on YouTube for the first time in 3 months. We have a star-studded lineup with Baked Alaska, by Brian Proctor, Joe the Boomer, confirmed guest. Beckloff says he'll be hopping in. We got many more people showing up as well. YouTube.com/user/RealMatt40. And of course, Twitch is stream.me, but none of you go and watch those anyway, despite my admonitions to. So I'm back on YouTube to make it easy for you.
Are you gonna have Jim Goat on?
No.
Jim probably wouldn't
join though.
You could have the Free Folk on. Have some folks from the Free Folk on. Have them talk about saving the West.
I think Matt's trying to be entertaining, not sleep-inducing.
Oh, they are so boring. I actually had the stream on where I was responding to Davis's stream for like 4 hours. Like I had that on as background noise earlier today. I didn't even listen to all of it, but I just like there's so many moments where I was just like, "Oh my god, get to the point! What does this have to do with anything, Davis?" Like he kept bringing up Owen Benjamin, like he wanted to suck his dick or something, and like I'm like, "What does this have to do with me?" You know, it's just like with how Owen Benjamin talks about the moon landing. I'm like, I don't care.
Well, Davis is trying to be a little bit more like Jordan Peterson, but he doesn't quite get that. A, Jordan Peterson doesn't really say anything; he just spouts tons of babble. And B, Jordan Peterson is actually more interesting than Davis Arini is, even with the psychobabble.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson's way more charming, and I like Jordan Peterson when he's talking about psychology. I still like him as much as he's proven to be so thoroughly full of shit on other topics.
But he does that thing in his books where he'll start with what he says he's going to do, and then just meanders off in completely different and just bizarre directions. Like the whole lobster thing when he's talking about staying in the middle of the pack.
I mean, I guess I do that too. It is the nature of a live stream. It's just, you know, I was sitting there trying to listen to somebody that supposedly had something to say about me, and it's like, and then let me tell you how much I want to suck Owen Benjamin's dick, and it's like, okay, this is really weird. It felt like, remember when that furry was going after Medicare, but he kept bringing up Armored Skeptic, like just randomly, and then after a while, Medicare's like, I don't know what the hell this has to do with Armored Skeptic. Maybe you should have been making a response video to him.
Oh, and the thing is, Medicare was doing, I think it was Medicare. He was doing the Medicare of Ralph, and they were just doing the show, and this furry wants on, and this furry comes on and makes an ass of himself, and Medicare's like, well, that was fun, and then goes on to the regular podcast.
Well, that's furries for you. Holy shit. They're a special kind of retarded. I don't know what it is, but just like you start off, you know, whacking it to Gadget from Rescue Rangers. Next thing you know, you're skull fucking a puppy. I'm not exactly sure how you get from point A to point B, but it seems like every time people inevitably go from point A to point B there.
Degenerate. You know, I get all the furry hate, and I laugh at it because I remember a time when, yeah, he hated furries, but not to this level. And then Medicare dug all this stuff up, and now everybody's. I already knew they were a little bit degenerate, but I didn't know quite to the scale, just the utter scale of how far they went.
I'm beginning to think the entire speedrunning subculture is the same way. Like 90% of them. Like people are just beginning to scratch the surface, and it's like all insane amounts of autism, fucking trannies.
Well, I mean, what kind of person would be attracted to speedrunning? Like, you're trying to beat a game as quickly as possible. Like, isn't the whole point of a game to like kind of soak it all in and enjoy?
Yeah,
shit?
I'm sort of the same way where I'm like, I mean, there's certain times when I can appreciate the spectacle of it, but for the most part, it's one of those things, and a lot of competitive gaming does this, where I'm like, you've really just sort of sucked the fun out of this.
Yeah, I mean, like, for example, it's possible to beat the original Fallout in like 20 minutes. Because you can just, if you know where the military base is and the cathedral is, you can just go and blow them both up. But you're missing out on like 95% of what makes Fallout great.
Or you can beat Breath of the Wild. I think the record is something like 50 minutes or something like that. And most of that is involved with getting off the plateau, because I don't think they figured out a way to cheat getting off the plateau. But yeah, you can, and there's something interesting to the spectacle of watching someone go beat Ganon up with a Boku club and a stick. But at the same time, it's like, man, you've just missed everything great about this.
But why the degeneracy? I mean, I understand if speedrunners are impatient. Well, duh. That's kind of the whole point of it.
There's a certain level of, I guess we'll say, autism, or you could maybe even argue genius that borders on mental insanity. I mean, if you're going to sit there and play a game so fucking much that you manage to each time shave a microsecond off of it or something, yeah, you're eccentric, shall we say. And I guess that just sort of goes hand in hand with being socially awkward, which just sort of goes hand in hand to falling into the pornography trap, which just sort of goes hand in hand to ending up into real sick degeneracy.
Yeah, it's a far cry from going from just being autistic to dilation stations. It's a pretty big jump there, and I don't know how we got that.
Well, like I said, I think just getting into the degeneracy is how that happens.
Oh, yeah, June just sent me a funny joke over Discord. Being a tranny is basically like being a real-life speedrunner because the game ends at age 30.
Oh man, Luke just threw up our the image for our Kang stream. This is going to be fucking fantastic. Oh, dude, I'm not going to share it with anybody, but I'll probably share it with Forney and Cynic and Chief in Skype real quick. Hang on a second.
Yeah, Matt, you should do Let's Play Fallout 1.
That would be a good game to do with a new chill call-in format, because Fallout doesn't have a lot of spoken dialogue. But I demand more shekels. I love to spend my entire life just streaming games for all of you, but hit up streamlabs.com/Matthew Forney and give me some goddamn motivation.
No, folks. If you're going to pay Matt, you need to get on Steam and buy him the shittiest games you could possibly find him. You buy him buy him the Bubsy 1 and 2 combo. I don't know, is Gone Home on there? Buy him that. Yep. Get him all the make him earn that money. You tell Matt Forney you're gonna earn that money, ho. By the way, I just sent you both on Skype. Now we're going to change it from BNN Investigates to something about like Kang Month or whatever. But that's our Black History banner. So I think it's gonna be a good special. I'm looking forward to it. Which, by the way, I should send Luke an invite if he's actually.
What?
That's going to be our Black History Month special.
Tune in tomorrow, guys.
Yeah. Oh, no. Sunday. No. Sunday. Saturday, I got some personal stuff going on. And so there's not going to be a Beckloff Saturday show. I am, however, hearing a rumor that Luke might hijack the channel for his own devices come Saturday. So who knows what he's got in store.
Well, now we can listen to Davis's stream tomorrow then.
There you go. You can all listen to Davis. Save the West.
I might still be on, actually, if we're going that late. If I haven't passed out, because I will be doing, as part of the stream tomorrow, I will be doing a cha-cha shot for every $10 I get. And the reason it's $10 and not $5 this time, because I don't want to die of alcohol poisoning.
You know what I want to get and maybe do shots of one time, but I'm gonna get that fucking Skull vodka that Dan Aykroyd sells.
Oh, it's overrated.
Crystal Skull?
Yeah,
the skull is cool. The skull is cool, but the vodka.
Yeah, the bottle alone looks cool, but it's supposed to be like super, super pure vodka. Which, don't get me wrong, I mean, Dan, there's a reason people put stuff in vodka, and that's because vodka tastes like shit. But
It's okay.
It's
as
Tito's
John,
is better.
John Tron put it best, where he said vodka tastes somewhere between antiseptic and poison. But that's why you're supposed to put stuff in it. But I would love to use like really, really pure vodka as part of a mixed drink.
Oh, there's better vodkas than this stuff. I mean, it's okay, but
Tito's
it's not worth the price.
better.
All right, Kettle
Yeah, but
One.
is Tito's filtered through diamonds? because Dan Aykroyd's insane.
If you want pure vodka, just get Kettle One. That's got absolutely no flavor to it whatsoever. It's good if you want to drink vodka straight.
And I've got used to all the shitty Russian vodkas we have out here. Honestly, vodka is not that complicated to drink. Ideally, vodka should not taste like anything.
Yeah, that's why I like Kettle One. Although there is a local distillery in the area that makes a really good vodka out of spent grapes. So they make grapes, use the grapes to make wine and stuff like that, and then they ferment the rest of it and make vodka out of it. It's got a slightly sweet taste to it, so it actually has a good flavor to it compared to the ones that taste like charcoal. Crystal Head vodka is cool, but it's certainly not worth the price.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I would get a ton of it. I'd like to try it. It is like $30 to $40 a bottle, though.
Yeah, it ain't worth it.
The bigger ones are like $100. Plus, like, it seems like even finding it's kind of a bitch. The only place I've seen it in the past few years is in duty-free shops.
There we go. Luke changed it to Kang month. That's fantastic. We're gonna have a good stream Sunday.
Yeah, I'll buy you a bottle of Crystal Skull if I ever come back to the States, Betkov, because duty-free shops are the only place that seem to carry it.
I'd have to order it online. I wouldn't know where the fuck to find it in the area.
They've actually got it in the stores around here, which is surprising.
You can't find good fucking booze around here. First of all, we're stuck on the state store system here in PA.
Oh yeah, your selection shit.
You're fucked.
Yeah, dude. Thankfully, I'm okay when it comes to Captain Morgan. They've got original private stock, and then some of the like flavored shit. Like I think there's coconut or something. But I usually just get original or private stock in Captain Morgan. But anything else, I mean, I'm pissed out of luck trying to find stuff. Hey, Luke, how's it going?
Yeah, with regards to Pennsylvania, I remember going into a liquor store in Pennsylvania, a beer store years ago, and trying to buy a 6-pack. And as I'm bringing it up to the to the counter, they tell me, "You got a 6-pack there? You can't buy that. You can only buy the big boxes." I'm like, "Oh, so you're I know the intent of this law, but it seems like you're just trying to encourage me to drink more, which I'm not entirely opposed to." I know the intent of this law, but it seems like you're just trying to encourage the bigger ones. Are like,
okay, when it comes to Captain, I'm pissed out. What's happening there, Luke? Luke, we're going through a time warp there. But yeah, the state stores here are assholes. I remember I remember being in one with a girl I was dating, and I was like 24, 25, and she was 20, and they wouldn't sell me anything because she was with me at the time. I'm like, so I'm 25, though. I'm purchasing some alcohol. You're just going to give it to this person. Get fucked. I mean, yeah, I was, but that's neither here nor there.
I've got a bottle of local spice rum I'll bring next time I visit.
That was just satire, folks. This is, I am, of course, a completely law-abiding citizen, so...
Yeah, I've got a bottle of spiced rum that I want to bring over next time I come over and visit.
Awesome.
Local spiced rum. It's made. This is the kind of spiced rum that I'll drink straight because it's just that good.
on the topic of rum, Beckloff, have you ever had Pussers?
Pussers. I have not.
Pussers is very good.
That's a terrible name, though.
Yeah, it's named that. You know where I got the name from? It's
from a disease he had.
No. It's English rum made from the distilleries that were used by the Royal Navy to create the rum rations for the sailors. The the Royal Navy decommissioned the distillery located in the UK Virgin Islands back in the 70s, but an enterprising ex-sailor bought it up and has been producing the rum ever since for the domestic market. Now, that rum kicks like a motherfucker. It's English rum. It's not spiced. Most rum in the U.S. is Spanish rum. English rum kicks you in the nuts. But damn, it's strong. Damn, it's good. It goes great with Coke, and it's just incredible. It's one of the. I don't recommend English cuisine or even English drinks because the English suck at most everything. But the Royal Rum, Puster's rum is fan-fucking-tastic, and I recommend getting it.
I'll have to give that a shot.
It's hard to find, though, like only certain liquor stores in the area, in various areas.
If I head down to Maryland and go to liquor stores down there, which, I mean, Maryland's not far. I could damn near spit to the Maryland border from my house. But if I head down to Maryland, I can usually find a better selection of alcohol. Like I said, the state stores around here. I mean, you can find some basic stuff. Like I remember I was trying to like do some mixed drinks when I was having some friends over. And basically I was doing I wanted to do some like apple I wanted to mix together some apple juice and some apple vodka and actually like serve it in a carved out apple with like caramel sauce on the edges. Because, you know, I was just having some friends over and it was fall and I thought that'd be something kind of cool to do. I saw it online somewhere. I thought that'd be cool. I couldn't find fucking apple vodka anywhere. Like they had a bunch. Like, I'm like, come on, that's got to be one of the more common fucking flavors. So I just grabbed some regular plain vodka.
Hey, look, I just sent you a link to the kind of local spirits we've got. What the hell? Anyway, it's Cardinal Spirits Lake House Rum. I'll throw a link to that. Well,
I'm going to go ahead and wrap this stream up here shortly. But first, since we have Luke here, I want to give a special preview to the Sunday Kang stream of some of the stuff we're going to be covering. Just some of the stuff we're going to be covering to celebrate Black History Month. So, Luke, I threw a video in the chat there. If you could maybe bring that up and roll that beautiful bean footage, and we'll watch this video as a little preview for the Sunday Kang stream. There we go. So let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Our nature, just as it's in a man's nature to be.
Oh, wait, go back. It's like 6 seconds in, I guess, or something. There you go.
Women have a natural inclination to choose the alpha of their species. It's literally in our nature, just as it's in a man's nature to be a horn dog. Yeah. So we choose superior men, and superior men are beautiful Black kings. They've been superior since the dawn of time, and they are living. And they are spreading their beautiful seed all across Europe. And no matter how hard little pin Trump wants to try and keep them out of the United States of America, they're coming here too. And they're going to breed all your little white country daughters that have never met a Black man before. They're going to literally take over. All hail a Black world.
Yep. What can I say, people? What can I say? You know, this is why my loyalty is with the white woman. This is
I didn't even know there was more.
This is why I love my snowflakes. Now, this Queen of Spades right here, this beautiful white goddess queen. I need y'all help. Help me find out who she is. I need to know who this lady is. I have a ring for her. I found this one. I told y'all before the white woman is God. This is just proof, y'all. I have nothing else to say other than I want to marry her. All right, y'all.
That's truly a
beautiful goddess. And we're
out here. That's a little preview of some of the fun stuff we're going to cover on the Kang stream.
Wow.
Sunday, right after Medicare.
Yeah, somebody needs to send this chick to Medicare to do another fucking fuck Kangs. Oh man. But yeah, that's a little preview of the Sunday Kang stream. I'm not sure exactly when we're gonna do it. I don't know. Probably. Oh, I actually just was reminded today. Sunday's the fucking Super Bowl. I'm so out of normie shit. I didn't even realize that. So, but somehow I doubt any of my audience is really hell bent on watching the Super Bowl. So we might actually be going opposite of the Super Bowl. Who knows?
Yeah, just don't go over Medicare. Do it after Medicare gets done.
I don't even know when he streams now because he's on Stream Me, and I never watch shit on Stream Me. Like I catch his stuff after the fact on YouTube.
Just keep an eye on it. I mean, if you're sitting in front of a computer, you can watch the Stream Me anyway. And he's doing the Sunday Fun Day, and it's usually in the late afternoon, early evenings. You can just go right on after that.
Yeah, I'll turn it.
Sunday night.
I'm not going to try and go opposite Jim if I can help it. For fuck's sake, I'm sure a large portion of my audience likes watching.
Well, he only streams on Stream.me now, right?
Yeah.
So who cares? Nobody's going over to Stream.me.
I might wander over there. I'm thinking of giving it a shot. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I like it as a platform. I've been streaming on it for the past month. But even still, there I have a fraction. I've got like 3,200 people on YouTube. I've got like 150 on Twitch. I've got like I don't even have 30 on Stream.me.
Well, what do you? Well, I was going to say, what do you get? Live. I mean, so survivors really don't matter.
On Twitch, I've been getting like 20, 30 people live, maxing out at 35, and on Stream.me, I'm getting like 6 or 7.
Well, like I said, I'm thinking of moving over there a little bit. I'm not entirely sure, and who knows? I might get showed off of here and have to move over there at some point. But
I honestly like it better. I mean, that's where I watch Ralph and Cog and Mr. Medicare. And
do you have to use OBS over there?
Yes.
Yep. Fuck, I fucking hate OBS.
OBS is a nice piece of software when you get used to it.
I really fucking hate it when I have guests on. Because there's no way to really sync up what I'm seeing with what they're seeing. It's always on a fucking delay.
I think you can. There's a service called Rabbit that you can use.
I hate it. When I used it over on the Landshark channel, I hated it. I only used it because I was trying to get some fucking Streamlabs donations, and nobody wanted to do the extra click on the Streamlabs. So.
Well, what you can do, and this is what actually I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be using Google Hangouts within OBS now for my streams to have guests on. You could have Luke go into the Google Hangouts that you use that you wrap into OBS, and then you can just do the images like normal.
Oh well, maybe we'll work that out then. Yeah, because I just wasn't happy with.
Just have some some a bit more graphics and borders like to make the stream look nicer. Have a special stream starting soon screen with like some original music, and it looks nice. You'll be ready to go. So,
a quick recap there, folks. Tomorrow night there will not be a regular Saturday show. There will be a well, I don't know. I'm gonna be doing some personal stuff, and Luke may or may not be hijacking the channel. He has access to all the stuff. He could totally hijack the channel if he wants. So I don't know what he may or may not have planned. But Sunday night at some point, I'll work out the details, and we'll be doing a special Kang stream to celebrate Black History Month. And it's not just going to be a Lady Anaconda or whatever the fuck her name is there. It's going to be some other stuff. And we're going to Wakanda forever here on the Beckloff channel Sunday. You can rest assured, Wakanda forever. If you're not following me on Gab and Facebook and Twitter and in the Discord, in fact, I'll throw a link to the Discord real quick into the chat. You should be following me there. That's the best way to get updates.
I'll be hanging out in the voice chat after the show.
And hang on, I'm getting the I'm stalling for time here as I'm trying to get the fucking Discord invite.
Yeah, if you want to come hang out in the voice chat of Discord, there's usually get up to some pretty interesting hijinks in the evenings. So,
dude,
come and join the party.
Things are discussed on the Discord that I am not completely comfortable putting on air. I mean, I don't say anything, because I know Discord leaks, so I don't say anything that I'd be really upset if it got out. But there's also some stuff I'm not necessarily willing to say on air that I'll hop into a voice chat and say sometimes. The Discord's fun on the bun, guys.
Well, that's where a lot of the free folk memes started, was on the Discord voice and text channels.
Oh, yeah, most of these memes, I didn't even come up with them. People just throw them together in the Discord, and Luke throws them up. I almost have no fucking control over it. I just see memes popping up.
And sometimes this Matt Forney guy will throw in a link and say, raid. And have some fun.
I only did that once.
Matt Forney was running gay ops, confirmed.
I only did that once. I organized a raid on Luke Ford's stream because Cantwell was on it. Don't look at me.
Oh, come on. There was a second one where you said raid. Which one was
But that
it?
wasn't a real raid. I was just saying people to, go and downvote it. That's not the same thing.
All right. And also, folks, check out tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Forney's going to be doing his special Back to YouTube stream, so do check that out.
Yes, it will be great. We will have Baked Alaska. We will have Bryden Proctor. We will have Becklaw popping in. We'll have Joe the Boomer. We'll have many more guests, and we'll also have some people you will be pleasantly surprised to hear from. It's going to be great.
He's going to have Jim Goad on to discuss a new pagan cult that Jim Goad founded.
Goad would never found a pagan cult. That would imply that he'd have to acknowledge a higher power of some kind. That's too insult. That's something that the Fedora cannot handle.
The cult of the golden fedora.
Well, Jim Goad could start up a cult that worships what he worships, his own dick.
I thought he worshipped the mouth of a young black boy. All right, folks.
Black.com for all your Jim Goad stuff.
That's about all we got for tonight, folks. I want to thank you all for listening. And also, if you enjoy the show, do check out the sponsors and check out the tip jar. So that's it for tonight. Beckloff out.